This month's TV 47 Star Student of the Month from Munford High School. Congratulations, Rachel Wallace from Munford High School.
There's Rachel. Rachel, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us this morning, and you're joined by band director Lindsay Underwood. Good morning to you as well. And Rachel, you're a senior at Munford. Tell us a little bit about Rachel Wallace.
Oh, well, my life is very out of the ordinary, I guess you could say. It's like every day there's something new. Like this is not what the average student does. They don't get to be on TV. So I take part in a lot at the school. I'm very active. I try to do everything that I can, not just in my school, but also in my community. I do help out at the after-school program across the street at the elementary school. And at the high school, I'm involved in a lot. I'm involved in senior beta. I'm an ambassador. I'm really trying to be involved, especially since it is my senior year.
Yeah, speaking of your senior year, here it is. You know, and I know you can reflect back on growing up and now becoming a senior at Munford.
Well, when I started out, things were very traditional with education. You had pen and paper, and you listened, and you did your math problems on the board. But now that I've got to the high school, things are completely different. We are so much engaged and immersed in technology there at Munford High School. It's amazing to see how everything has just evolved in the past 13 years that I've been there at Munford.
Now you're the editor of the yearbook too.
I am, which is totally crazy. That is something I never expected, because I've always thought of myself as not being quite that creative. But being editor has taught me I've learned how to use different programs, and I've learned how to cooperate with people that aren't even in my grade. And that was a challenge at first, because it's hard to relate to people who you haven't talked to. So that's been very exciting, and I've got to work with one of my favorite teachers, Mr. Bailey. He's really nice. With him being my English teacher, he's really helped me with my editing skills there for the yearbook, so it's been pretty good.
Rachel Wallace, a senior at Munford High School, our Star Student of the Month. A lot of eyes are on you this morning all across the state of Alabama, but a lot of eyes are on you on Friday nights too, as you're the drum major for the Pride of the Munford Marching Band. Oh
yeah, that's definitely been something, especially with Miss Underwood's help. I never thought of myself as being drum major. I started out as a majorette, and that was my goal, like my entire life, to be a majorette. And then one day I literally just woke up and I thought to myself, somebody needs to lead the band. So I thought, well, who better than not myself? So I got up for auditions and I said, I'm going to give this a shot. And then 2 years later, here I am.
Well, Lindsay Underwood, who's the band director, that's quite confident, isn't it?
Oh, yes. And, you know, when Rachel first started, she didn't quite have that confidence. And it's so rewarding to have watched her grow and learn and evolve in the past 2 years as drum major. It's been a privilege to, you know, help her with her leadership in band and then across the school. But she has done a fabulous job, and all of her peers look up to her and respect her. And she's just a fine, upstanding young woman, and we're glad to have her leading the band program.
I guess the band has won numerous awards as well.
Yeah, especially under her leadership. She has received superior awards, and the band has as well. And you know, we have a lot of her to thank for that.
A 4.0 GPA. You can't get any better than that, can you?
I don't think so.
I know you're happy and excited about that too.
Oh, I am. I just can't believe it. I guess I didn't think that I could have a 4.0 until about the end of my freshman year, and I thought, well, I made it this far. Hopefully I can make it 3 more years like this. And sure enough, with a lot of long nights, lots of studying and index cards, I've got pretty far with my 4.0, I think.
Now you plan to attend Jacksonville State University.
I do, and actually, since you brought that up, last night I received an email from Jacksonville State University, and I accepted a scholarship that would pay for all of my tuition.
Great for you.
Yes, I'm very excited to be going to Jacksonville.
I bet you are. Now talk about your family just a little bit.
Oh, well, my parents are Kevin and Paula Wallace, and they are wonderful. I'm so blessed to have them. My mother is a nurse, and my dad is a service technician. I also have an older sister, Rebecca, and she is my absolute role model. She's a little bit older than me, and she works in Anniston, and she is great. I'm so blessed. She's 7 years older, and she's been such a role model. She was also a drum major, so we feel like I've kind of followed in her legacy to be where I am, so yeah.
What about your volunteering in the community?
Oh my gosh, I love volunteering. It started out last year with Senior Beta, and I went to the Munford Senior Citizen Center, and we just played bingo and made cookies for them. And I thought, well, if this is volunteering, well, then I've got to do more of it, because it was so rewarding. I only spent maybe 3 hours over there, and I enjoyed every minute of it. And so ever since then, I've been volunteering at the after-school program at Munford Elementary. I also volunteer at my church, Calvary Baptist, and we've done a lot of stuff in the Coldwater community and the Munford community. And I've also volunteered at Forest Lawn Memorial in Anniston, and we always set up Christmas luminaries for them. So I've really tried to get involved and help out my community because they've helped me out so much.
Wow. Rachel Wallace, a senior at Munford High School, our Star Student of the Month, and Lindsay Underwood with her, and she is the band director at Munford. And Lindsay, obviously, here's a young lady that has paid the price for success, and makes you feel good to know that we've got young people in Talladega County that will, for a long time, hopefully lead the way for us.
Oh yes, absolutely. Rachel is just one outstanding example of the leadership we really have in our kids in this state and in this county. You know, people are always worried about the next generation, but with students like Rachel, I'm not worried one bit, because they set such a good example for those that will follow after them, and they really do our jobs for us. I mean, we couldn't do it without them.
Yeah, Rachel, with all your talents, with all your gifting, what would you like to see in the future for yourself?
I want to see kids, especially my age and younger, I want them to see that you can be independent and that you can be successful. Like, don't worry about what you came from, because that doesn't matter, because you have the opportunity to make a change.
Obviously, your faith is important to you.
It is very much so. I don't know where I could have got without my faith. I think, you know, every day that I have a pop quiz or some kind of test, you're always going to have prayer. And I think that my praying and listening to God's word, I think that is what has got me through.
What would you like to see in the future for yourself?
Well, I would like to see myself get my master's within the next 6 years. That is my goal. And I haven't decided on a major, but I would like to do something where I'm not like a desk job. I want to be very involved. I thought about being an engineer for the longest time because I love math. Math is my thing. And so I thought, I'll do that. I can build different things, design different things. But then the other day, I went to tour Jacksonville, and now I'm thinking a teacher. So I just haven't decided yet, but I just want to see myself, I guess, be successful and not have to be dependent on anybody else.
Well, obviously, from just listening to you this morning, whatever direction that you decide to take for your life, it'll be very successful.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us this morning. And Lindsay, good to see you this morning as well. Rachel Wallace, senior at Munford High School, our Star Student of the Month. Thanks to both of these folks for being here with us this morning. We've got more Daybreak right after this timeout.
This Star Student of the Month was brought to you by TV47. Tune in to Daybreak weekdays at 6:30 a.m. for your Star Student of the Month.